Let's get it started. Let's get it started. To our beautiful and amazing royals of Africa, Mbolo, Mbolwanima people, this is your queen, Queen Ngningone II, 17th generation crown queen of the Fang people, also known as the Immortals. If you are new to my channel and you like my vibe, stick around, you might just learn something. Now to my returning, amazing, beautiful and handsome African royals, welcome back home. Welcome to Nubia, the path to return, the home of the African royals. My dear royals, today I will touch on the Will Smith slap. All right, so per our people, you know, and as a crown queen of my people, my job also is to teach you our values, our morals. My job is to try to restore that which was stolen from you. Okay, your identity, your culture, your spirituality, your languages, and so on. So what you guys must understand, okay, we are a group of people who existed long before these European came and bothered us. All right, so what does it mean? It means that we had our own ways, we had our own culture, we had our own value system, we had our own, we were our own people. All right, so and then the war came on our shores, and our king lost that war, and our children became their slave until today. Let's just face it. Okay, so but what I would like you to know, that what I saw this morning online and stuff is the battle, the fight between two kings. Okay, I want you guys to understand this very well. I saw a battle, a fight between two kings, and yes, contrary to what you people think, that Chris Rock didn't fight back, he fought back, okay, in his own way, in his very royal way. So first of all, I want you guys to understand, not because these people came and conquered our land and murdered our fathers and whooped our identity out of us, that it makes that we are completely lost. Not, my dear. As long as we carry our people, our forefathers and foremothers DNA in our blood, a part of them will remain with us. When Tata Nzambe, the creator, the God of our ancestor, when he allowed, you know, the horror to happen on us and stuff, nevertheless, there was a prophecy that he will put us to sleep. So for a time, you know, he was going to put us to sleep so that we won't remember who we are, because it would have been very dangerous for us to even remember who we were at that time. So we just basically had to lay low, you know, while we were going through what we were going. Now the era we have entered, okay, Tata Nzambe said that after the 400 years he will heal us. What does it mean? We will start remembering who we are, no matter where we landed. You know, the call to duty of what our people would do, meaning our ancestors are awakening in us. It is said, it is prophesied. So from a Western point of view, you can come and condemn that he acted out of character, that he shouldn't have, you know, slapped in, and he shouldn't have done, because in their new system, let's not forget the people now that are throwing lessons of moral, lessons of being civilized or none that stuff are here out there are the same thing who not too long ago were hanging people on display and bring their children to see. These same people, they have now decided to be the world sheriff on morals and ethics. So now they are the judge to judge our characters. But I want our sons out there to know that the time has come that who we were back at home will awaken in us. And what we have witnessed yesterday is a perfect example of that. Will Smith acted like what a typical African man would do. I hear a lot of opinions out there, which I understand, but if you want to look at it from a cultural point of view, you guys can claim the illusion of the American identity they sold you, or you can quickly go back to your root. And because in your culture, certain behavior you will portray are understandable when it comes to our norms. So you will always be conflicted as long as you claim their identity, which your spirit doesn't really find itself comfortable with. So one way or another, the real you, the African in you, will burst out, and it will be in very uncomfortable moments like that. But very more importantly, I want our children out there to know that you don't have to wait for things to get to that point, for you to get the memo, that we are who we are and we are awakening now. So in going back to the Will Smith situation, I know that a lot of people, I watched some videos, some people are really getting into their personal life. I know they are public people. I know I can hear already voices that people saying that, yeah, they put themselves out there and stuff. Now, we have become the savages who have enslaved us, because they, in their culture, anything goes, anything is up for sale, except when it comes to their women and children. Yeah, Will Smith can risk his Oscar or whatever, to defend his woman's honor. And it shouldn't be shocking to people. It's shocking to people because our men have been beaten down to tolerate abuse of us around them, to normalize it, they were even trained to be abusive toward us. So, of course, when someone does something out of that frame, of course, people will react in a certain way. If you want to keep in mind that you are American and you operate in an American world based on their new standard, because not long ago America used to hang people on trees, and if that is not a show of extreme violence, I don't know what it is. And they are even yet to admit they did. A civilized world wants us to apologize when you wrong somebody. Well, America is yet to be, civilized when it comes to, its African population. So the Academy Award, no, they shouldn't seek to strip him of his Oscar, and he shouldn't voluntarily, put it out there for them to take it. Will Smith is African first, American. So when pushed in certain situation and stuff, the African in him will come out, because in our culture is deep rooted in that man's DNA that the wife and children are definitely off limit. And it's also deep rooted in our other son, Chris Rock DNA, that when you cross certain line, especially when it comes to a man's house, his wife and children, anything can happen. And he took it like the king he is, because we understand all that. And and whatever the aftermath, whatever follow, he did say he's not pressing charges because the king in him know that he may have gone too far. Maybe it's just, we are in no position to dictate how someone should react, when facing a wrong that is being perpetrated to us, the best thing is just that maybe we shouldn't, poke people where they don't want to be poked. Okay, so it doesn't matter. And I don't want to hear our daughters out there saying, oh, because Jada didn't do this, Jada. Marriage is deeper than that. Marriage is, it doesn't matter if one of the partners stop doing what they're supposed to do. Will is acting in a very responsible way. He basically, let the world say whatever they wanted to say about him, but nevertheless, I'm glad to see that king that's been, sleeping, who's been dormant in him, is finally awakening. And same thing to our son Chris Rock also, who handled the whole thing as a king, because he's like, okay, I may have gone too far, and he didn't react. He wasn't not reactive. I mean, he took on both parts, he took a great amount of courage. So they are brothers, and we understand that, and they will quash it out. Okay, so those of you who are out there talking, oh, Jada this, Jada that, Will Smith know whose Jada is to him. Will Smith was able to identify her as the woman of his abundance. I told you, not because our people were enslaved that it means that you lose absolutely everything about you. This is our people used to marry like that. They would tell you that with a particular woman, the sky of your achievement, the sky wouldn't even be the limit of your achievement, because you are equally yoked. She's your abundant, she's your counterpart. You would see with another woman, you get with her, you were on top, and everything just falls apart. I'm sure they have that understanding. Jada could be his lucky charm. After all, I mean, he became that super mega star. It was, well, they were married. Let's not forget that. So sometimes we look on the surface and we just go, why doesn't the person get rid of such and such? People are people. I say, you folks are going to awaken. Only the successfully enslaved and the successfully colonized would remain the way we were, or the way we used to be. Because the real kings and queens will rise and will do some odd things that people in today's standard would be, what, and this and that. Welcome back to our royalty, our dear son Chris Rock and our son Will Smith. Not because we were enslaved, it means that all of our morals and values have to be thrown out to the window and everything. Back at home, it is known that people's wife and children are off limits. It's a typical demonstration of a failed colonization. What does it mean? No matter how much they try to groom and pet us, our natural instinct, our true essence is still there. Okay? So and that's what happened last night. Will Smith is aware of where he was. Okay, he's aware of what it may cost him. I mean, it could cost him his Oscar, but at that time he made the decision that, saving his wife's honor was greater than anything else that is out there for him to lose. Now I know the former masters have conditioned us, to take abuse. The former masters have made us at their puppets, their entertaining monkeys. All right? And from there they set the rules, and they follow the rules whenever they want, and they undo the rules and unfollow the rules wherever they want. But the natural instinct, the true essence of each one of us has been dormant, and it's now awakening in many of us. So what does it mean? We are going back to who we are called to be. We are going back to our royalty. And Chris Rock, our other son, he handled it as a king too. Because among African men, they know that, oops, I may have crossed the line. That when people are backed against the wall, yeah, we tend to forget the rules. And we go back to our natural instinct. The soldier, the lion, the leopard, the rhino, the crocodile, whatever animal totem is in your lineage will come out. So that's what's starting happening. So we're setting a new standard. That slap wasn't just like a slap in your local television. That was the slap on the world stage. What does it mean? He sent a strong message. The black woman is not a joke. She may have been a joke in the past. And our other son, Chris Rock, took it the way he was supposed to take it. With class, with respect, with understanding.